weekend game plan gets out into the community with Suburban Newspaper sports editor Mark Lidbetter and the Amateur Sports Report.
I love that splitter. I love the energy in the splitter. It's the best splitter I think we have in this entire program. Mark, how's it going today?
Excellent, Sean. Yourself?
Good. I hope you're not too offended by Jay Farrar's long rant about veteran journalists.
Well, I'm young at heart, so we'll cut him a slack. I was ready to come down and wait for him in the parking lot.
Nice.
But,
I like doing it old school. That's the way to be. So let's look at what's going on in amateur hockey up in Laval today. It's a beautiful day for a little outdoor hockey.
Yeah, this is a really neat event that happens. It's the Best Buy and Hockey Quebec get together, and they join forces, and this will be the 11th edition of the Best Buy Cup. And it brings together about almost 200 boys and girls in the younger categories of Adam and Pee Wee hockey teams. And it becomes the biggest open-air hockey tournament in Quebec. Games are set to get underway just after the 8 a.m. hour here. They run till 8 p.m. tonight, same thing tomorrow, and again next weekend. And it all takes place at the Centre de la Nature out in Laval, which is a really huge complex. But to celebrate this 11th edition, Thomas Plekanec from the Canadians will be there, as well as honorary chair and analyst Martin Lemay for a special activity. Around 11:30 this morning, the young players are going to have an opportunity to score a goal with an assist from the Canadian centerman. He's going to set them up as they go in on net. Then following the on-ice session, he's going to be signing autographs for the kids. So, just a really good day. It's nice and bright out there. And nice thing for LeMay, he has been the chair for all 11 of the Best Buy Cups.
Well, I get to work with Martin Lemay regularly on the morning show, and I have to say he's a fantastic guy, both on and off the mic. But I hope whoever gets the assist from Thomas Plekanec isn't going down on a 2-on-1, because if there's one thing I've taken away from watching the Canadians team over the last couple of years, 2-on-1 with Thomas Plekanec, he's not passing the puck. He's shooting that every opportunity he gets. Let's stick to the ice here. We're going to go to the World of Curling, Mark, and a team that I remember covering when I was working at Sportsnet, Team St. George. They're back on the ice.
Yeah, they were at the Canadian Championships trying to go to the Worlds. They came one step shy, but at Shawinigan's Club de Curling in Grand Mare last Sunday, the Laval Silhouette Curling Club Team St. George came away with the silver medals, following a 5-3 loss, very close game, to Nova Scotia's Caitlin Jones rink. But the second place finish gave Quebec its first medal at the Canadian Junior Championship since 2004, so a nice return to the podium. The team is skip and first team All-Star Laurie St. George, along with her sister Cynthia, who was the third, and she was also on the second team All-Star member. Emily Ryan out of Kirkland is the second for the team and was the second team All-Star. Noemi Gauthier was the lead for the club, and substitute Isabelle Thibodeau had a really great week. And this all added to the fact that Coach Michelle St. George earned the National Coaching Award for the women's division, an accolade that is voted on by his coaching peers. So he got nominated and was voted on by his fellow coaches for that award.
I remember talking to Michelle, the father, and talking to the girls a few years ago when I was working in television, and it's so, I don't know what the right word is, but it's so nice to see a father and daughters really, really enjoy the sport that they're taking part in. And curling, I think at times gets a bit of a bad rap. I think some people might see it as a slow sport or a boring sport, but their heart's in it, their passion's in it, and I'm really happy to see that they're enjoying a lot of success at this stage of their lives. Talking about a different stage of your lives, you got the Old Timers, an annual tournament today. Yeah,
the Dorval Old Timers are lacing up for their tournament. As of last Saturday, they had games all week long at the Dawson Arena in Dorval. It was the 29th edition for the club, which is celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. And they're going to wrap up with championship games tomorrow following today's last slate of games. They had some 53 teams signed up for the tournament. And the money raised through the registration, raffle tickets, ads, whatever they can do to get money into the pot is going to go to local charities. Last year, the tournament raised over $30,000, and the organizers are looking to top that amount to give back to the community.
Cool. And so that, again, is at the Dorval Dawson Arena?
Dawson Arena, yeah.
Very cool. All right, Mark, I'm going to ask you a couple off-the-wall questions here. It's All-Star Weekend in the NHL. If you could take part in any of the competitions, which one would you do the best at? The fastest skater, the hardest shot? What is in your wheelhouse?
I would go on the target.
Oh, yeah.
Go 4 for 4.
Okay. 4 for 4. Who do you think you are, Ray Bourque?
I'm an old school guy. I go with the wrist shot, and that's the way it's always been, so pretty accurate with it.
Precision. I like that very much. And one final question here. It's the question of the day here on CSN 690 on Weekend Game Plan. The the Jacques Beauchamp Trophy, I should say, goes to the player on the Montreal Canadiens who is unheralded, but deserves a little of accolades for the effort and the contribution he makes to a team on a yearly basis. Now, I know there's not a lot of people that we should be praising on the Canadiens this year, but is there any unheralded player on the Canadiens you feel at the midway stage deserves a little bit of love for how he's performed so far?
I would say maybe Jonathan Drouin, just for the fact that he takes so much heat.
Oh, wow. At least you got one person going to bat for Jonathan Drouin. Hey, Mark, thanks for jumping on today.
All right. Have a great week, you guys.
There you go. The sports editor of The Suburban, Mark Lidbetter, with you. Your amateur sports roundup.